All right, first, shout out to Rich. This is gonna be a novel type of shout out because I was playing with Rich the other day from Toronto, and he reminded me of the date of the video in which I gave him his first shout out. So let's cue the flashback. Huge shout out to Rich. We were just playing table 4 at Bally's. Rich is a huge fan of the channel. He's from Toronto, Canada. He recognized me, pulled up a video of mine, asked if that was me. Some of the best PR I got since starting the channel, because we got like everyone at the table and a few dealers talking about the channel at some point. I know the woman on my right subbed as she was playing, and a few other people asked for the channel name. So thanks a lot, Rich, for all that, and really glad you enjoy the videos and meeting me as much as you did. All right, but today's topic is frustration. I think I'm gonna put that in the title of the video. So here's the thing. I want to and I enjoy playing a very large amount of hours. For one, you need to. Like, there's no way around it. You need to play to do this for a living. You can't do it on short hours. Also, when there's something I like doing it a lot. So I want to play a lot. Also enjoy just going back in my stats and like logging into my Caesars account and like seeing the metrics, the comps, the tier credits, the hours. I just enjoy looking at how much time I've been putting into something. It's like a good indicator that I'm like focused on it. So if you asked a bunch of people, what would it take to play a crazy high volume of hours in poker, and say there was a scale, 0 to 10, 0 to 10, and I think a lot of people would say something that's not true, but if they actually said what was accurate, a lot of people would say they need things to be going perfectly all the time. They pretty much need like a 9.82 out of 10 or higher in order to play like very consistent, like 8 to 12 hour days of poker. For me, it's incredibly low. That threshold is so low. For me, it's like 3.31 out of 10 or something. I had a stretch in Oklahoma in 2021. I think through my first 35 days in town, I was averaging, the numbers on the screen are exact, but I think I was averaging like 9 hours, 45 minutes per day, and I was only making like $7 an hour. That is much less than I expect to make, but it was enough. It was enough for me to play a ton of hours. And we weren't even 24 hours. The room was closing every night at 4 a.m. All-nighters were impossible, and I was still playing that many hours. There was another stretch in Maryland in October 2020, that month, October 2020. I think I averaged like 8.5 hours. Again, numbers on the screen are exact. I think I averaged like 8.5 hours, and I only made like $3.30 per hour. Even that was enough. Like, I wasn't taking a nosedive instantly in terms of profits and losses. Things weren't going great, but I was like, for most of the month, kind of like hovering between like plus 300 and like plus 800, and there was like always the opportunity to win huge pots in Baltimore, of course, and like that was enough. Even though it wasn't much, that was enough. I think I ended the month at plus 887. That was enough for me to play a lot of hours. 265 in a month is a lot. So I get very frustrated when things are going so poorly so often that I feel discouraged from playing a lot, because it's such a rare thing. If I'm winning like slightly less than I expect, that's fine. If I'm winning, of course, what I expect or more, that's awesome. If I'm winning like a lot less, like only $7 an hour or only $3.30 per hour, even that is enough. I'm still willing to show up every day. I played every single day in October 2020 in Maryland. I played every single day my first 35 days in town in Oklahoma in summer 2021. I'm still willing to play a ton even when things are going that poorly. It's like such a small likelihood that things are going so bad that I'm discouraged from putting in a very high volume of hours. So when that happens, it's very frustrating, it's very agitating, because I don't need a lot. A lot of people need like every single all-in to go their way. They can't get aces cracked once. They can't get kings cracked once. Like every single nut flush draw has to hit. Like that's what they need to play a lot. If I just made like a pretty consistent like $3 an hour for a stretch, I would still be like so motivated and encouraged and wanting to play a lot of poker. So that's why I get frustrated. That's why I got frustrated beginning of last year. That's why I'm frustrated now, even though the profit loss number isn't nearly what it was to start last year. But that's the reason. I'm aware like I'm gonna lose with large pocket pairs. I'm aware I'm gonna get bluffed. I'm aware my bluffs are gonna fail sometimes. I'm aware I'm gonna lose with boats. It's been happening a lot in the last few years. Like I'm aware I'm gonna lose hands in poker, but like to have the like avalanche of bad things that happened in the first 100 hours last year and that have been happening to start this year, that's very annoying, because there are times I'm like wake up and I'm wanting to play like 8 to 15 hours, and like so many bad things happen in the first 3 hours that I know 15 is out of the question, and it's like a struggle to even like get to that 8. That's why I've been frustrated. Of course hands are gonna lose. Of course, you know, they're gonna be losing days. Of course, they're gonna be losing all-ins. I'm aware of all that, but when it's like so much so often, that really annoys me. So just wanted to be clear. I know during that 50 hours in a 4-day stretch, I was frustrated. I know early last year, I don't really think I explained it that well, but I was pretty frustrated in California over last summer and Council Bluffs over last summer. Similar. I have like goals in terms of hours, and it does not take much for me to like hit it, for me to be like willing to play so much that I hit it. And when like the catastrophes just keep coming one after the other, it's really annoying. But it's so unlikely. That's why it's annoying. And it's annoying that it's happened like twice in 2 years now. So just wanted to explain that, and I'll catch everyone tomorrow. And remember, rice is a spoon food.